Revelation chapter 3 and verse 3, it reads, "So remember what you have received and heard, and keep it, and repent. Therefore, if you do not wake up, I will come like a thief, and you will not know at what hour I will come to you." Giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Power of Israel, Yahweh, Ba'Shem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness, sincerity. Again, I'm going to say shalom. I'm going to give y'all a notification. Let's get some scriptures and we'll end it. I won't keep y'all too long. This was from Saturday. I'll probably go into this one tomorrow if it be of the Most High. I'm just going to get a notification. End time headline reports. Russia just ordered civilians to evacuate across parts of Ukraine as Putin gears up for retaliatory strikes. Okay. I won't get into it because I just think there's a lot of media BS with Ukraine. I mean, to keep it short, he annexed half of it, excuse me, when that thing started. He annexed recently even more areas of Ukraine, and after the whole drone attack, Zelensky MIA, and I just think he's setting up to basically annex all of Ukraine. That's what that's what I think, speaking as a man. Slovakia. Okay, so the United States media hype of Ukraine making a stance, it's been BS from day one, and it's BS to this day. Okay, and that little proxy is winding down, but there are other proxies out there. The Sudanese crisis, okay, Syria, Hamas, proxies with the Israelis. Okay, you got North Korea still testing their missiles, right? And the big one will be China overthrowing Taiwan, right? So judgment, that sudden judgment, it has to play out at some point. Okay, it's a build up, right? This build up is going to continue. But when this build up is final, America's going to be judged and blown off the map by way of ICBM thermonuclear destruction. So let's get these precepts and we end it. We're going to read give you all a parable quick fast out of Luke 12:39, and it reads, "But be sure of this, that if he heard of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have allowed his house to be broken into." It's parabolic. Okay, if you're in sin and if you taking on the ways of America, Babylon the Great, you're gonna get caught out there. Okay, if you're in sin, if you're in transgression, your mind, obviously when you transgression, your mind not really on the Most High. You just jammed up. Okay, and the times we're in, you have to be perfect. Being perfect is chiefly walking in the commandments. You get that counting Job 1:1. Okay, that's when we're perfect before the Most High. When we walking in the commandments and humbleness, sincerity, that's when we're considered perfect. But we have to practice that thing until the great judgment, right? Let's read Mark 14 and verse 48. "And Jesus said to them, have you come out with swords and clubs to arrest me, as you would against a robber?" Okay, when you read that account, I believe this was before he was made captive and brought before Pilate, things of that nature. Okay. But you know, to the point, let's read Matthew 26 and 55. And it reads, "At that time Jesus said to the crowds, have you come out with swords and clubs to arrest me as you would against a robber? Every day I used to sit in the temple teaching you, and you did not seize me." And this is really Hamashiach Yahushai, okay, dealing with these wicked scribes and Pharisees, man, right? But it's parabolic in the sense that, you know, Christ, when he was here as the Lamb, okay, he, you know, in his lower state, because when he come back, right, when he come back, chiefly Isaiah 66:15 and 16, he ain't gonna be that, he's not gonna be in that lower state. He's gonna come back as that mighty destroyer. Okay, he won't be at a lower state. He's gonna be that destroyer of the Gentiles when he come back. He coming back with all power and glory, the host of heaven, and he's gonna annihilate the wicked and wicked Hebrews, man. And these days are getting closer and closer, right? And it's the same with the brothers that's humble and sincere in the truth, the brothers and sisters. You know, you got brothers come into this. Some brothers labor for years, but then they give it up. Okay, they candle just blow out, and you know that spirit go to the next brother or sister that's, you know, inquiring salvation, right? But a lot of elders, you know, they putting out, and this is true, a lot of people gonna turn on this truth, and they're gonna come after the brothers, man. They gonna CAA, the SPLC, the Canary Mission, okay, the ADL, they gonna line themselves up with vocab to come after their own brothers. And you know, if they did it to Christ, you better believe they're gonna come down real hard on the elect in these latter days. And that's fine. But you know, for us that's humble and sincere to this truth, we just gotta stand firm. It's gonna get ugly, right? Let's read on. Matthew 24 and 43. "But be sure of this, that if the head of the house," slack it from the top. "But be sure of this, that if the head of the house had known at what time of the night the thief was coming, he would have been on the alert and would not have allowed his house to be broken into." That's parabolic. That's actually a mirror to the account in Luke 12 and 39. It's just symbolism, right? All right, Christ was dealing with these wicked scribes and Pharisees. This is really going into the judgment, because the judgment day, the doomsday, aka the deliverance day, is going to come like a thief in the night. Y'all see the state of the world, man. The United States economy, the wickedness they continue to push on regular people. Okay, the powers that be making everyone a damn debt slave in these latter days. But you know, their time is then. You have the BRICS build up, BRICS plus. You have nations rising against nations, kingdom against kingdom. Okay, the famine, the plague, the pestilence is all sent. It's a hell of a warning sign, and it's a warning sign I wouldn't take for granted. The great judgment day, it's not far-fetched, and it's coming. So for us in the knowledge of this truth, keep the commandments, because doomsday is coming, family. Deliverance day is coming, but it is doomsday for the wicked. All right. Revelations chapter 16 and 15, it reads, "Behold, I am coming like a thief. Blessed is the one who stays awake and keeps his clothes, so that he will not walk about naked, and men will not see his shame. And that's just being in sin. Case in point, I'm gonna use Mardi Gras. A lot of us from New Orleans, we know what Mardi Gras goes into, or just carnival, right? When you get into that vibration, that's sin. Okay, you have mass carnivals in Brazil, New Orleans, parts of Europe, okay, Latin America. That's all that's going into. But to be in that spirit is to be in wickedness, right? That's being naked. And in Bourbon Street, that gets literal, right? But you don't want to be jammed up, okay, because the destruction's on the way, and that deliverance is going to follow with that. All right? Let's read that one again. Revelation 16 and 15. Behold, I am coming like a thief. Blessed is the one who stays awake and keeps his clothes, so that he will not walk about naked, and men will not see his shame. Yeah, that's parabolic. You know, the Most High tell us in Revelation the 18th chapter, come out of the ways of Babylon. Roughly paraphrasing, right? Okay. Most High say, come out of her, my people, because this place is toxic, wicked beyond belief, and you know, we're in the last days, and that sudden judgment, man. That sudden judgment's gonna catch America off guard. Okay, it'll be a normal day, and ICBMs, okay, the trumpet, all that's gonna go off suddenly, man. Right? Let's carry on. Let's read 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2. For you yourselves know full well that the day of the Lord will come just like a thief in the night. Okay, this is really dealing with judgment, the great judgment. And it's a warning for the righteous, but it's more so a warning for the wicked. Okay, because it's just too many warning signs out there. That's why I'm putting this out here. It's just a lot of warning signs, man. You can't sleep on these warning signs. It's just one too many. Okay, you got violence, right? You got this border crisis. And on the border crisis, it's probably going to offend a lot of people. I don't refer to those Latino people as aliens. When you do the history, okay, when you do the homework, they were already here. They were already indigenous to this land. So how this biased media, okay, they call them illegal aliens, but that don't make sense when you go into the Columbus accounts, okay? When you go into the Hernan Cortez accounts, right? When you go into those accounts and Lost Tribes and Promised Land, okay, the American Holocaust, according to just those accounts, or the Lost 10 Tribes, I have these accounts. When you read them, the native people were already in the land. It was Christopher Columbus and his thugs that made the people slaves. You know, this goes back into the mid 14th century. They started enslaving the people, rounding up, putting them on cargo slave ships, and just scatter them across the globe, based on prophecy. Okay, this was all of the Most High, but ain't nothing illegal about them. Racism, white supremacy, that's just too bad if you don't like it. They were there first. And it's unfortunate because you have nice ones and you have violent ones, but it is what it is. Christ's gonna clean this place up, but it's gonna be in an ugly judgment, right? Let's read 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4. But you, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day would overtake you like a thief. Still going into the judgment. All the violence, the killings, okay, the wars, the rumors of war, it's a flood of this stuff, family, and it's just increasing. And something's going to give ultimately. That's why it's urgent to keep the commandments. Love your brother, love your sister, okay? Don't have hatred towards another Israelite, okay? Because, you know, the message is this sudden judgment is going to come, right? We're going to end it with the classic, though. 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night, in which the heavens will pass away with the Slakia. This account's different. It says, but the day of the Lord will come like a thief, in which the heavens will pass away with a roar, and the elements will be destroyed with intense heat, and the earth and its works will be burned up. That might be the G&T account. But let's get it from the King James Version. Slakia, sorry about that. We got to stay up in this truth, family. That's all I'm, putting out. Just stay strong, stay awoke in this thing, man, because the judgment day is coming. Okay, the build-up's going to continue, but when it's go time, believe you me, we all know. Right? 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. And that's just going into the judgment day, the final exodus into the wilderness. Okay, the covenant for the righteous, and the wicked, they're gonna get cut off. Ezekiel 28:37, I believe, 38. So that's all what's going to play out suddenly, right? 2 Peter 3:11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in holy conversations and godliness? Okay, so we should be speaking good to fellow Hebrews, not, camp bangers hating on the camps, and other camps hating on other camps. That's not a good vibration now, because you're gonna get jammed up. You cannot get the kingdom of heaven if you hate a fellow brother or another camp member. That just won't cut it, right? Verse 12. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of God, where the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earths, where dwelt righteousness. All praise to the Most High. And with that, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High power of Israel, Yahweh, Ba'Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles, and the community waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness and sincerity. Israel, I love y'all. We got next. Shalom.